Good morning and welcome to the Core Connection. I'm Mira Rubin here with you on Enlightened World Network. And today's topic is embracing the dream. And we are often confronted by sometimes abject terror at the thought of following our dreams. But today we're going to talk about the profound benefits in vitality and uh, just fulfillment when we muster the courage to follow those dreams. So until then, let's just take a couple minutes to get present and let's take a deep breath in through your nose and hold it. And imagine clean, crisp oxygen flooding your lungs, flowing into your bloodstream, nourishing all your cells, all your organs, and bringing vital life energy to your body and being. And as you exhale any tension, stress, negativity, fatigue. And now let's take another deep breath in through your nose and hold it. This time, imagine brilliant, bright light lighting you up from the inside out, illuminating, electrifying, and energizing all your cells, all your molecules, all your electrons, creating a brilliant beam of light and energy from your heart out into the world. And as you exhale any remaining tension, stress, negativity, fatigue. And now let's press our palms together. Vigorously rub your hands together, feel the friction, the temperature, the motion, the pressure, the tickling and tingling when you stop, and allow all those sensations to bring you present right here, right now, into this remarkable physical form that enables you to experience life. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good evening, Gia. So good to have you here with us. Today we're talking about embracing the dream. So this comes from a dream that is in the process of being fulfilled in my life for, I think, more than 25 years. I have wanted to RV travel across the US and interview people, and for the Sustainability Now movie night or podcast. Good morning, welcome, Roslyn. Great to have you here with us this morning. We're talking about embracing the dream. Anyway, so I, through a series of circumstances, I'm going to be traveling to California in September and spending time there at a friend's place. And I've wanted to take my cat because I was expecting to be gone for a month. And I was looking at ways to be able to do that. And I thought about renting an RV or taking a train. I didn't want to take her on a plane or driving across. And I, on a lark, looked online at Facebook Marketplace and found an RV that is the layout that I love, and I am so excited about it. And I actually made the commitment to purchase it. So here's the thing. The biggest vehicle I've driven is a 25-foot U-Haul truck. And this thing is 32 feet. And I, most of the time, well, for the past, 12 years, I've driven a Mini Cooper. So it's a tiny little car. And so there are so many things in the face of this journey that are daunting and kind of terrifying, actually. Like, I don't know how to drive this thing. I don't know how to hook it up or what's required or how to maintain it or any of that stuff. It's a new adventure, and I don't even know all of what I don't know. So what I recognize is that it takes a lot of it is taking a lot of courage and living into the unknown for me to be stepping into this adventure. It's an old vehicle. I got it for a great price, I think. And there's so many unknowns, but because it's given that I just looked online and this thing had just been listed less than a week prior, and the price was right, and it's the layout that I love, which is crazy because it's not common. All these things just feel like the universe supporting me, right? And giving me the opportunity to rise to the occasion. And in the process of considering that, I really confronted myself. As I said, this is a dream that I've had for more than 25 years, which is crazy in and of itself, right? But I'm really facing this void of, or this pregnant void of incredible possibility. And so in stepping into this commitment, it's brought up a whole lot of my insecurities and fears, and I get to be witness to them and keep putting one foot in front of the other. And so I think that so many of us don't step into our dreams. So many of us are daunted, and it's daunting. It can be really daunting. But so many of us are discouraged by the fear. And I see this in clients of mine too, where there's an opportunity to pursue something that is in total alignment with their being. And it means stepping out of their comfort zone in a big way. And yet they are afraid to do it. Not only are they afraid to do it, but they let their fear dictate their actions. And I get that. I really do. However, I also believe that when we step into our dreams, when we're presented with opportunities to step into our dreams, and we do that, that the universe conspires to support us in it. And when we look at life, when we look at what is life about, ultimately, in my book, it looks like life is an opportunity to experience. That's what we're doing. We're having these incredible experiences of consciousness and awakening and suffering and struggle and joy. And we are going through this gamut of sensory and conceptual and emotional and spiritual experiences. And we get to guide that to a great degree. We guide our ship, so to speak. And while we may not, and this is up for debate too, I really don't know, but while we may not control the circumstances of our lives on some level, we do get to determine how we respond to things. And oftentimes that's not the truth. Oftentimes we're robotic or automatic in our responses. And when we give ourselves the opportunity to recognize that automatic reaction or automatic behavior, then we have, through that awareness, an opportunity to take action to modify that behavior or transform it, whatever. There are so many opportunities. And, as I'm thinking about this, we're talking about embracing the dream. The thing is that so many people don't even allow themselves to dream, don't even allow themselves to entertain that dream. And the reason behind that is often that the dream can be disruptive. It means many times that there would be an upheaval of some sort or another in our lives. It means that we are likely to have to stretch, to shift our notion of who we are, even to shift our deepest sense of identity, to be stepping into an identity that is expansive enough that allows us the latitude for those experiences that we're desiring. And we talk a lot here about trusting of ourselves, trusting in our own alignment, trusting in life and life's unfoldment. And when we step into the dream, all of that is challenged. We are challenged to trust life, to trust ourselves, to trust the dream even. And in order to move beyond our own resistance and fear and anticipation and wanting to stay small. Because as we expand into our dream, lots of people feel like they become a target. If we're vocal in the world, we become a target. Many folks that I know grew up in environments where they were put in a position to choose silence, not speaking up, subverting their own will to maintain safety, to be able to survive. And those patterns that we then take into adulthood have us be compliant, complacent, have us shrinking and becoming as big in the world as we have the capacity to be, not in a form of excess, but becoming fully expressed in our essence, to be expressing our fullness in life is always pushing the envelope, right? Or I would rather speak it differently, because it's not about pushing, it's about accepting the invitation. I think that feels like it's more in alignment with the way that I think about it, is that we get these invitations from life and we can either step into them or not. And then not stepping into those moments, those invitations, is something then that can be the source of great regret, right? So life is to be lived. Playing it safe, what does that get us? Because we all know what the ultimate destination is in this life, right? That we pass from this physical form, from this physical experience. And so if we're here on this wonderful adventure, if we can recognize life as a sacred adventure, then part of the richest aspects of it are to be exploring our dreams and expanding our dreams, and providing ourselves with the gift of the experiences and opportunities that allow us to be more fully expressed. And I know that different people have different degrees of risk tolerance. I get that. But the thing is, you can't, whether you play it safe or you take risks, life is going to provide all kinds of ups and downs. I'm trying to remember who I was listening to. It was so interesting. And I forget if they were a musician, but the story was that they had witnessed their father, when they were growing up, their father had been a really talented musician and gave up music to support the family. And then had a conventional career. And then something happened that his career fell apart completely. I wish I remembered the nuances of the story, but anyway, what his son, who was the one that was being interviewed, spoke to was, here he saw that you can compromise your dream and fail, and you could pursue your dream and fail. What's the difference? If you're ending up with the potential of failure anyway, why not go for your dream? And when we talk about failure, we've talked about this a lot, where failure is feedback. Failure is, first of all, failure is defined against a time delimited measure, right? Failure is to a great degree, a perspective. So if we can lose a career that we hate, or we could lose a career that we love, what's the choice? Why not try to follow your dream? And so if it doesn't work out, you're going to learn all kinds of stuff in the process. And that's okay. That's okay. It's only failure if you say it's failure. it's also learning. It's always also learning. And that's what we do. That's what we do. We have the experiences in life that we have. We make the choices in life that we make. I think also when we're talking about embracing the dream, so much of that conversation that we're having applies when someone has had a broken heart and they're willing to not open themselves to that kind of hurt again. I understand it. I 100% understand it. And then the question is, at what cost? At what cost do we choose to play it safe in big quotes? Because for many people who are afraid to have relationship, they're not happy being by themselves. And so being not happy, being by yourself versus risking the potential of happiness with a partner, we get to choose. We can make our world so small by trying to ward off all kinds of external perceived dangers, external dangers. And I'm not saying be stupid, I'm not saying be foolish, but look at the potential vitality that is lost when we sacrifice our dreams or we deny even our ability to dream. We deny even giving ourselves the gift of a dream. It's our dreams that carry us into expansive possibility, expansive growth. And without them, what are we doing? It's our dreams that give us wings. And otherwise we're bound to the mundane of life, the day-to-day. We're bound to the limitations that are imposed upon us by circumstance or our environment. And it does mean being willing to recreate yourself, to redefine yourself, to expand beyond the constraints that we've imposed on ourselves or that we've accepted from the structures in which we live, whether they be familial or the culture of our friends, the people that support us. We get to look at, are these people the people who are encouraging you to become the most that you can be, to become the fullest expression of your potentials? Because sometimes we need to level up. Sometimes we need to recraft our support system to be one that actually supports us in our evolution rather than one that supports us in staying where we are. And yeah, it can be scary. And yeah, we could fail. And so what? So what? You gave it a shot, right? You gave it a shot. And that is worth a lot. And also curating our story about that experience. Was it a failure? What does failure mean? And what did it give us to be able to pursue that dream? Pretty freaking awesome. Opening up a whole new world that has all these new adventures, all these new challenges, all these new potentials. And yes, all that newness can be scary. And it is a foil for our own growth and development. So with that, embrace the dream. Embrace the dream. And I think that's it for this morning. I'm Mira Rubin. This is the Core Connection. And I go live here each weekday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern on the Enlightened World Network Facebook page and YouTube channel. And as always, I'm so grateful to be able to have these conversations with you, to enjoy this time together. And Rosalind, I gotta go. You put these quotes in like as I'm signing off. Please, 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 sweetheart, put them in earlier because they're so juicy. Rosalind asks, how can we strengthen dreams? Can nightmares be used to help expand the vision? Often one could think of all the bad stuff that could happen. Yeah, so I have been thinking of all the bad stuff that could happen, which has allowed me to take some precautions. For example, in this RV thing, I've scheduled lessons, driving lessons. I'm having things inspected. I'm taking care of insurances. There's all kinds of things, but yes, we can use those concepts to strengthen our resolve and moving into the fulfillment of a dream. We can be measured and lead through our excitement and enthusiasm rather than our nightmare, our fear. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So much love to you. Until next time. See you soon.